late to do this, but I want to start by acknowledging we're on the territory of the Wasanich people of Coast Salish nations, and I want to say from the bottom of my heart, Haishka Siam, Haishka. And I just had a word. I think it's the first time that the Church and State Kitchen has had a phone call from the Prime Minister. But I just spoke with Prime Minister Mark Carney. I congratulated him on his spectacular reversal of Liberal fortunes and that he will be forming the next government. Whether it's a minority or a majority remains to be seen. I congratulated him fully, and he congratulated me for being re-elected in Saanich Gulf Island. And I said, is it okay with you if I tell my whole crowd of supporters and friends outside that what you just said? And he said, of course, we look forward to working together. He said, it will be good to have seasoned, knowledgeable leadership in the House. It's still too early this evening to know about some of the other spectacular Green candidates. Mike Morris in Kitchener Centre is too close to call right now, so all my thoughts are with Mike. It's terrible. I have to thank so many people because obviously the Green team across the country worked so hard. Je suis tellement triste que mon collègue et co-chef, Jonathan Pedneau, n'a pas réussi à Outremont, but it was almost guaranteed that we weren't going to be able to make a breakthrough in Quebec once we were thrown out of the leaders' debates. And we'll leave the federal court to decide whether it was just morally wrong or illegal. But I want to thank Jonathan. I want to thank our whole team, but particularly the spectacular candidates, Paul Manley and Nanaimo Ladysmith, who should be the next member of Parliament for Nanaimo Ladysmith. And as I said, Mike Morris is still, it's too close to call in Kitchener Centre. Anne-Marie Zedluck in Guelph, another spectacular candidate. If I go right across the country and mention everyone, I'll forget someone, which is a problem. So I just want to start with thanking everybody who helped my election. I want to acknowledge that in the room tonight we have the entire Provincial Green Caucus, Jeremy Valerian and Rob Botterill, yes. And the Deputy Leader of the BC Greens, Lisa Gunderson. And I want to thank, in particular, there's so many people, but let me just start with what really matters. How was it that I got reelected? Other leaders of opposition parties are still not sure they'll hold their seats. That includes Pierre Poilievre and Jagmeet Singh. Now, I have no schadenfreude about Jagmeet, but forgive me a little for Pierre. I think we'll see what happens in those ridings. There's too early to say. But it's been a hard election because so much of the mainstream media has promoted the idea that I was going to lose in Saanich Gulf Islands. It developed a momentum based on a rumor, and it became a very hard thing to fight. And the reason we were successful here, I'm going to thank a lot of people by name, but let me just say, Greens win, and we've always seen this, from the devotion and commitment of volunteers. In this election campaign in 2025, Saanich Gulf Islands had 250 volunteers working pretty much nonstop. So I just want to cheer. Woo-hoo! Pour tous les bénévoles, ici à Saanich-Île-de-Gulf, nous avons eu 250 personnes qui ont travaillé comme bénévoles pour cette élection. C'est incroyable. But I want to thank in particular my campaign manager, Tim Maloney, my guru of all things to do with comms, Jojo Beattie, my amazing help from Stuart McKinnon every single day, Aisha Emerson, my assistant as well, yay. And then the brain trust of the operation, The volunteer group that has been working time after time again, Marilyn Redivo, Linda Brown, Randy Earnhardt, Sue Ross, Robin Ross, Jennifer Kennedy, Sheila Levy. There'll be so many volunteers. If I forget someone, I'll be Dan Kells, Tom Neiman, and the Salt Spring Island crew, Tommy Mitchell and Bob Mackay, and all the folks on Pender and Krista Grace Warwick. There's so many people to thank, so I better stop. And also my canvassing and helping with canvassing, Peter Salmon. Thank you. I see you there. When are you? So when it comes to Saanich Gulf Islands, it's a community achievement. It's not me alone ever. There are people here in the room that a lot of you don't know who are my nonpartisan Parliament Hill and local staff that makes miracles happen for individual constituents who have problems with CRA or the Immigration Department. I won't go calling you out all by name, but I'm forever in your debt. I'm forever in your debt. And so grateful that we do the work that means that people know that their MP office is there as an office that provides nonpartisan, compassionate, and conscientious service, just like it says on the door, for everyone who walks in that door. That's our job. So a big shout out to our national campaign director. Merci mille fois, Robin Marty, pour tout le travail incroyable qu'il a fait, un job incroyable. All the way out to Stellarton, Nova Scotia. Love you, Marlene, and thanks for all your work. It's been an amazing crew. Laurie McMillan up in Nanaimo. And of course, again, I just can't say enough of what Paul Manley did to pull this all together and to be there all the time for all of us. It's, that part's really bittersweet. But it looks like we'll go back into the House of Commons with a minority where we can make a difference, with me as leader of the Green Party, with a Prime Minister I've known for a few decades, and we've started off nicely tonight. What can I say? We'll see how it goes from here. Fingers crossed for the rest of the evening for everybody else. I just want to thank the people who mean the most to me in this world. My husband, John Kidder. You want to get up here, honey? And you know, he made such a sacrifice staying here and campaigning for me in Saanich Gulf Islands that he missed his shot in Mission Matsqui, Abbotsford.
Really? Yeah. It was almost a sure thing.
It was, I know. And then I've got to thank my daughter Kate, my new granddaughter Lily, who keeps me going because I just need to see a picture on a text. My daughter sends me lots of pictures of Lily every single minute, and everybody gets to see them all the time. I thank the Lord above that I'm alive and healthy and a young 70 and able to do a lot more work, because I owe it to Lily to make sure that we deal with fascists like Trump, that we stop the fossil fuel industry from stealing our future, that we stand up for human rights, and that we protect the planet from the forces that would like to make money while they can, and to hell with the rest of us. We can fight back. As Bill Henderson said in his song, we can stand up for our sovereignty, we can stand up for what's right, and Greens always will. So from the bottom of my heart, for those pundits who said, well, the Green Party, we are here. Sorry, National Post, we're not going away.